Hello, my name is Max. Today I'm going to do a reading on Sam Altman. Sam Altman, he is the CEO and co-founder of OpenAI. OpenAI is like the major artificial intelligence company. I think it was like the first one, really. Um, but he's very rich. He's kind of like an Elon Musk, I guess, supposedly. And so he's supposed to be really smart and really rich, and he's always starting new companies, and he's really sassy, um, and it just seems like his name is everywhere, and he's always getting heavy coverage, much like Elon Musk, actually. Um, and I did a reading on Elon Musk, and I might do another one too, but it may be of interest to you if you're interested in these so-called geniuses that are roaming around. Because there's more than meets the eye to these guys for sure. Well, I did the reading on Elon Musk, and we found out, and I could do more, but we found out quite a lot. So he's actually not as rich as they say he is, not as smart as they say he is, uh, and I will say more. But with Elon Musk, it's um, I wouldn't worry about it because he's not what the media says he is. He's not. He's not smart. He's not rich. He's rich compared to me, but I think he's barely a billionaire. He's not like he doesn't have. If he has billions, I'll do another reading, but I think my reading was like he had less than 8 billion. So he has single digit billions, not hundreds of billions. And he may even have less. I have to do a reading, but my intuition is that he has less than a billion. That's a far, far cry from hundreds of billions of dollars, that they say he has. I don't think he has that, as I said in my reading. But I can always do another reading. And that reading was just a general reading anyway. But so with these so-called geniuses roaming around, and it's always a red flag when they get a lot of publicity. That's usually like a red flag that there's something up. Um, it's also a red flag when you hop between industries when you're out when you're doing this or doing that. I'm going to run for president. I'm going to run for governor of California, and that it's like that demonstrates to me that you're kind of uh, you're not really good at something. That you're not really good at it. You're actually just it's your name. It's you have a reputation or a name. You have name recognition and you have powerful friends. That's basically what it means. Is that you have powerful friends or you have access to money and you have name recognition. That's generally what it means when you whatever it is. If you're making movies and all of a sudden you're giving back rubs to homeless people in Los Angeles and Skid Row, like Justin Baldoni. Whenever you skip from one thing to another, it's like, how did you? Uh, what happened to being a filmmaker? What happened to being a computer programmer? Or, um, we realize that those are just kind of like props, or they're just like stunts, basically. But anyway, so I had a request to do this, so let's do it. This is us for Sam Altman. Let me shuffle the cards real quick, and then we'll just get a glimpse. We'll get a general read on him on what's going on. We know there's been accusations, people that he's not honest. He's been like forced out of his company and then hired back. Um, he wanted to run for governor of California. He's a gay guy. There's no problem with that, right? But just as to get an idea of who he is. He has a husband. He is married to another tech guy from Australia, I believe. He has a lot of different interests, a lot of different business startups, much like Elon Musk. And he had actually some serious sexual abuse allegations leveled at him from his own sister. His sister said that he did stuff to her. And so that's kind of serious. Also, he had a prominent employee of his, a critic who was also a critic of his die mysteriously. They said he killed himself, but none of the evidence supports that. And missing camera footage stuff. The same old thing we hear over and over again whenever somebody commits suicide. There's also missing surveillance footage, cameras not working, corrupt police, and missing forensic evidence, all kinds of stuff, right? So yeah, he there was a former employee of Chat GPT or OpenAI that was killed, that was murdered. They say it was a suicide, but he was murdered, and so that's interesting, right? And on top of the sexual assault allegations from his sister, and just a general suspicion. And you look at him; he doesn't look like a genius. He doesn't really. Good looking dude, but he's not. Doesn't look like a genius. What does a genius look like? I don't know. To me, he looks like a liar. To be honest, when I look at his face, I think that's a liar. That's one of those skills you develop as you meditate and as you get into spirituality. You'll learn you can see people and go, oh, that's a liar. he's they'll in the middle of talking to you, and you can just it'll be a voice in your head saying he's a liar. But you can do it by talking, and I just look at somebody's face and I go, oh boy, yeah, I'm not gonna I'm gonna take what he says with a grain of salt. But I don't know that he's a liar. I just said he looks like one, right? So just my opinion. Looks like a liar. But so let's do this reading. Let's just so now that we have a little summary out of the way here. So Sam Altman, let's do it. Okay. One more time. Okay, here we go. The Emperor upright. Two of Cups upright. Page of Wands upright. Empress reversed. Whoa, Hermit reversed. Page of Pentacles upright. Ace of Swords reversed. The Chariot upright. Two of Swords reversed. The Magician upright. Okay, here we go. Yeah, I have no idea where this is going to go, so we'll see. So we have in the center for Sam Altman, we have the Emperor upright. So he's in control. He's got it going. This is a strong presence, very strong presence. He has a lot of influence, he's got a strong network. He's got the baseline power. He's got like a power. He's got strength. He's got people around him that support him. He's regarded as important in some way. Like he's important. But this indicates, more than, this is not a card of, interestingly, this is not a card of intelligence, but it is a card of power. And there is a difference. Power is its own art form, and you don't need to be really intelligent to have it, as I think anyone who's been unfortunate enough to work with somebody who had power but not anything else. Sometimes you'll see people get promoted, and you're like, "What the hell is going to happen now?" So, you see that. You see people have power. They don't know their industry. They don't know their people. They don't know how to lead. They don't know, but they have power. So my point here is that power doesn't mean intelligence, and it's interesting that he's supposed to be a genius, and he's not a genius. He's powerful though. He's powerful for some reason. Probably somebody backed him. Probably his parents backed him, or his uncle, or some kind of nepo situation, or it's just somebody friend of a family or something. He had access to funds big time. I mean, right? He's who drops out of college and can just go up to somebody and go, "Hey, can I borrow? Can you invest $200 million into my startup?" So this is power. So this is like networks, influence, people supporting him, people around him, that make him powerful, that make him kind of important in people's eyes. And he's kind of this is no joke. I mean, he's got power. We see it. He's got power. I mean, when you see a photo of him, of Nancy Pelosi giving him an award, giving it Nancy Pelosi, like walking upstairs to give this guy an award on a stage. I mean, that's obviously, so he has friends, right? He has power. He has important people around him, or that are behind him. I mean, Nancy Pelosi, one of the most powerful people in the country, right? I think she's about to retire or something, but she's very powerful, right? She's right. We know, like, there's the Nancy Pelosi stock tracker. Have you heard of that? So that people just invest in stocks that Nancy Pelosi, like, invests in, or or she talks about positively, in the course of her duties as a senator. And people make big money. Like, it's called the Nancy Pelosi stock tracker, and if you whatever stock she talks about, or in a positive way, or or invests in herself, mysteriously, somehow, some way, she knows, for some reason, it's not what she talks about, it's what she invests in secret, and she has to report that. So it's like this is a federal reporting obligation. So if you're a senator and you buy stock, or at a certain amount of money, if you invest a certain amount of money in a company, you have to disclose that. And so these disclosure reports are reported, whatever, I don't know, once a year, twice a year, or something. I don't know. I mean, I didn't do it, but I just know that this exists, and she's made, so every stock that she chooses, every company that she buys, that she invests in, every company, almost every single company, like, has like exponential growth, like exponentially, it just blows up. And so there's a Nancy Pelosi stock tracker, and you can get rich too. All you have to do is invest in the stocks that Nancy Pelosi invests in. But I don't know if she's doing that much anymore, right? Because she's retiring. But so this woman who makes, she only makes so much of a salary for being a senator. She's making tens of millions of dollars, hundreds of millions of dollars, every year, because she knows somehow, some way, she knows the winners. And but she's shaking his hand. So she's shaking Sam Altman's hand, giving him an award, giving Sam Altman an award. So power. There you go, right? Power. Okay. Two of cups. So this is like he can work with people. This is like he's married, right? But he can work with people. This is like he's good at working with people. He's good at communicating. He has like harmony in communications, harmony in partnerships. So he's good at he can navigate the treacherous world of politics, and with he can maintain relationships, and he nurtures important relationships. So it's through these relationships that he has his power. It's kind of what I said, right? And I wasn't even thinking of this card, but this card, this card is what is illustrating that fact, that it's not just him. It's a network. It's a network, and he's He's careful not to upset people, certain people, and he's also careful to, uh, all the things that are involved in relationships. The give and take of a relationship. So he's good at that. That's a good. It's a real skill. That's good. I mean, he has power. He has this power, and he has this power through his ability to uh, maintain partnerships. So he has these partners with him, and some are hidden, some are not hidden, and these partners were with him from the beginning, and they have lots of money, and they have friends, and they know Nancy Pelosi, and then he can hang out with Nancy Pelosi, and he can get awards from Nancy Pelosi, and because he has these really powerful friends, and he's maintaining those relationships. He's careful not to burn any bridges or piss anybody off. He's good. This is through a network of people, generally very powerful people behind the scenes. So that's interesting. Again, do you see? We're not seeing any intelligence here. This is he doesn't really look that smart, really, but it's not intelligence. It's something else. It's power. It's power. It's power pretending to be smart. And when you're powerful, you can do that. And but this is like power through relationships, power through partnerships. In his crowning position, we have the um, Page of Wands upright. So this is enthusiasm, it's exploration, curiosity. Um, Interesting. So this is like a good youthful energy to have. This is an energy of, um, you know, like I said, it's a good energy. It's a youthful energy. It's an energy, like I said, of enthusiasm, exploration, um, curiosity. Um, I'm getting a real volition here, um, like a real drive. I'm getting real drive here. Um, hmm, that's interesting. So I mean, I guess you'd have to have that, right, to be in the position that he's in. Um, but yeah, this is like drive. This is ambition. I mean, how many people do you know want to be governor of California? I mean, there's a few, right, in the world, right? There's like maybe 10 in the world, right, that are thinking about it. And that's something he thought of like back in like 2018, right? So this is somebody who's very ambitious. He's very ambitious, and he has a lot of energy and a lot of drive. That's good. That's a good thing. So in the recent past, we have the Empress reversed. This is like a lack of a motherly energy, or a lack of whoa. It's like a lack of wealth. Um, Interesting. This is recent past, lack of resources or a lack of support. That's interesting. So there's like a lack. Not that he's poor. It's not saying that, but it's like he had a need for help. He has some sort of need for like help in a material way. He had some sort of like, there was no support, like material support. That could be in, he wanted to buy a stock, or he wanted to find it, and he wanted someone to invest, or he wanted someone to give him a loan, or um, this is recent past, so he needed money from somebody. He wasn't getting it. He wasn't getting money from somebody. Um, that's really interesting. So he wanted someone to invest in him, or hire him, or give him a loan, or buy some bonds, or buy stock, or he needed somebody, or a group of people, or several different groups. He needed somebody to like invest, and so this is like a need for that. He was searching for it. He needed it. Um, Looks like he got some of it. We'll get to that in a minute. But this is like a need for investments. Like, so basically, we know he's the CEO of OpenAI. OpenAI is not profitable by any means, not even close to being profitable. It's like, it's called like this, on paper, it's like a multi-billion-dollar company. but it's not making any money really. It's only making a little bit of money. And so, like, where is this money going, and how are they going to make money? How are they going to do it? If they can't do it now, when are they going to make money? And I really think AI is. I did a reading on AI. I think it's like gimmickry. It's like it's just gimmickry. Like I saw, like there was one um, AI company that's making billions of dollars. Like because they're selling stock and stuff in their company, and so they're valued at like multi-billion dollars, and they haven't produced anything, but they've announced that they intend to create a program that through an AI program that identifies dementia. And it's like, okay, so why would you need that? If you can't, if it's not apparent that somebody has dementia, if it's not apparent to anybody, if in other words, if you can't detect it as a human being, then it's not an issue, right? If you need a supercomputer or an AI program to identify dementia, then it's not dementia, right? Because dementia is apparent. You see it. It's clear to you. There's evidence there. It's there in front of your face. That's how you know someone has dementia. It's not, well, let's take a test. Let's pay thousands of dollars for this test, and and the company itself is like the doctor's office or the clinic or whatever. They're spending millions, probably, right? Millions, tens, maybe even tens of millions of dollars for this program, or the whole heart, or just for access to this program, because they'll probably run it from a cloud, and so you're going to pay somebody thousands, tens of thousands of dollars, or millions of dollars for the company, pay them to tell you what you already know, or you know what I'm saying. So like that's what I was saying. Like you're gonna right. That's the whole industry. The industry is based on this. So there's this hype. There's a hype. Like who in the right. If you had money and I said I have an AI program that can detect dementia, and why would anyone? Why wouldn't you just think, okay, why would we need this? Why would someone need this? This is gimmickry, right? So they're probably just thinking, yeah, a rational person doesn't need it because they could see very clearly if their patient had dementia. Um, but what they're thinking is AI washing, right? They're like, so what we do know, there's a sucker born every minute, right? There's people here that think AI is like this mysterious force, like Tucker Carlson, he thinks it's like this mysterious force, and and so there's now you can advertise you have AI, that can detect dementia, and so a certain percentage of the population will go, whoa, that's really awesome, holy cow, man, and they can brag to their friends how they went to this clinic and had an AI test, so it's just gimmickry, it's just silliness. So he's looking for money. This is recent past, looking for money. Um, Deep past, we have the Hermit reversed. So this is something being revealed. This is um, something being revealed, something dark being revealed. There's some sort of darkness being revealed, some sort of secret, some sort of embarrassing fact. Um, this is like some sort of uncomfortable fact is being revealed. Something that was hidden is being revealed. Um, this is in the deep past, but this indicates deception, lies, even possibly ill intent. A lot of times, the hermit is kind of like an assassin. Sometimes people interpret him as an assassin, somebody lurking in the shadows to do harm. Um, so this would be, you know, so anyway, so the hermit isn't always about wisdom and knowledge, and it's about sometimes it's about secrets, sometimes it's about ostracism, sometimes it's about wisdom. But this in this case, I see like knowledge of something wrong, or knowledge of dishonesty, or some sort of dishonesty or deception occurring. This is dishonesty, deception, bad news. It's some sort of unfortunate release of information. something's been found out or something is about to be found out in the near future. Um, page of Page of Pentacles. So yeah, he's getting some money. He's getting an investment. He's finding money because we know he's not making money. So he needs to find it from people, from organizations, from companies, from investors. He needs to find investment. So this indicates he's finding it. He is finding it. He's looking for it, um, and he's looking for it. He's asking for it, and he's getting it. This is like good news, good money news. Um, this is approach. This is somebody's, there's a good message, a message of income, message of financial news, um, financial opportunity. So yeah, this is like, people are investing. He's finding investors. He's finding more people to fund his company. Um, um, Yeah, this I think this is also like it represents kind of like a studious energy, an energy of um, looking around the corner, trying to anticipate. It's kind of like that's what I'm getting is like he's trying to anticipate the future. He's looking into the future and he's trying to anticipate what's going to happen. And so it's a real study and he's studying things. He's thinking of things. He's thinking and meditating on his what to do next, like what's going to happen to the market, where am I going to get more money, where am I going to get investors, where what am I going to do next, what's going to happen in the future, and what can I do to anticipate that or to get ahead of that. So I'm kind of getting that. I'm getting a very like mental. Um, I'm getting a mental energy, like a very kind of cerebral, not cerebral, but you know, but it's a real curiosity and a real. He's thinking hard. What are my next steps? He's trying to stay ahead of what is going to happen, and if he's just like trying to anticipate changes in the market, and also just changes for his own personal path in his world, in his career world, in his work world, in the world of finance and computers and AI and all the hardware and stuff. He's looking for opportunities and he's trying to anticipate changes and fluctuations and things like that. So it's like a very protective energy, a very self-protective energy, a very proactive energy, where he's trying to stay like one step ahead of something. So this is him. This is Ace of Swords reverse. This is like a revisionary. Like he's trying to go back and change things. He's trying to. This is like a no. It's also like going back and like trying to change something, trying to. Something has already been put into motion, and he's trying to stop it. Um, there's something like he wants to stop. There's some sort of I think this is very much related to the hermit in reverse, and he's trying to stop some information. There's something that has been put into motion, and he wants to stop or reverse its progress. There's something he's trying to stop. It's related to information, related to secrets. It's related to deception. There's something he's trying to stop in order to protect himself. This is a very, again, I'm getting this very protective energy, a very proactive energy. He's trying to anticipate the future. He's trying to anticipate different fluctuations in his industry. And he's trying to stop something. There's some sort of report or something. There's some sort of release of information he is trying to stop. Something is going to make its way out. It's going to come out. Something is trying to come out. Something is trying to come out. Some sort of information or story or some piece of information or news is there, and he's trying to stop it. He's trying to make sure. He's trying to mitigate his loss. He's trying to make sure no one talks about this, that no one says anything about this. He's trying to shut it down. So he's trying to convince people not to talk. Don't talk. Don't talk. Don't talk to the press. Don't talk to anybody. Don't talk to investigators. Don't talk to anybody. Don't tell him this. He's trying to compartmentalize people and information and evidence, so people can't put things together, so people can't see the whole. He's trying to he's limiting information, he's limiting communication of that information, he's limiting understanding of that information. So he's compartmentalizing things. He's not telling this person, you know, so this person knows one thing and that person knows another thing, and he knows both of them. He knows what both people know, but they don't know that the other person knows. They don't know what the other people know. So he's compartmentalizing information. So many different factions, so many different groups and companies and individuals that are related to him don't know what he knows. Like, he's not being forthcoming. He's not saying, he's asking for money, but he's not telling him that, yeah, I need money from you, but yeah, I did just get money from them too. So things as an example, like, so he's saying, I need $20 million, and he's not telling them I just got 40 million from that guy yesterday. There's some sort of deception going on. This could be some sort of house of cards, some sort of Ponzi. That's kind of what I'm getting here, Ponzi scheme or something. Um, he's not telling people things. He's keeping people out of the loop. He's only telling people what they need to know, what he thinks they need to know. He's willfully, intentionally withholding information. This is what this is. Um, so this is very interesting. So this would represent that as well, because this represents control, and obviously this is very much in concert with the Two of Cups modifying the upright Emperor, and it's also very much consistent with this Ace of Swords reversed. This is control. So you need control in order to compartmentalize information, to limit information, to keep people in the dark. You need to have control. This is also like a war path. He's like in war. This is his environment. This is what's around him, and how he functions in that environment, and how people react to that. So this is control. This is very hard control, material control. This is like both reins in the hands. Um, I get, again, like going back to that page of Pentacles upright. I just get, that's the Page of Pentacles upright is not typically a card of being proactive. It doesn't necessarily indicate being self-protective, but that is what I got from it intuitively. And this would very much correspond with that. And it's actually in the spread here. I'm doing the Celtic Cross. In the spread, this card is very much adjacent to, very much right next to the Page of Pentacles. They're placed right next to each other. They're practically touching each other. So I'm getting a continuation of this very self-protective energy, and the only way he's going to survive is if he can maintain control, and the only way he can maintain control is if he maintains control. He needs to maintain control. He needs to compartmentalize these different entities, these different corporations, these different individuals, these different borrowers, and lenders and investors. So this is just hard control on a material plane. I get a scrambling energy here. This is not a philosophical energy or a spiritual energy or there's nothing really nuanced about this. This is just scrambling. I see this is just high speed control. This is very determined, very focused, very, very determined control. Um, and it's like a very strong will, very much like the Emperor card there. And it's related to the Two of Cups too, because this is about relationships and dealing with people. And he's being very convincing with people. He's being very convincing, and he's being very determined, and people can sense this determination in him, this desire to control these things. He's very good at it. But this is about relationships and maintaining control of these relationships, and maintaining control of information, and making sure, that the people he's working with don't know the whole picture. And that's basically what this is. And this is like hard control. And obviously, as this card is right above the Ace of Swords reversed, I see this card as like very much, attempting to do what the Ace of Swords does, the Ace of Swords reversed does, which is revise, go back, limit, no. It's about, you know, restraint. It's about going back, changing, rewriting, editing. So it's like correcting mistakes. It's like it wasn't done right the first time, and now we need to redo it. And so this could have to do with technology. I don't think so. I think he's involved in the technological aspects of it. I think only in a very very broad sense. And you know, like I want to do something for checkers, or I want to do the game, or or let's do something that Target we can sell to Target. Like so I'm saying he's very conceptually, he's involved in a very broad way conceptually. I don't think he's involved in any sort of technical expertise, any area of expertise. I don't think he knows any real languages or anything like that. I think he's just involved in the relationships and maybe the broad scale planning, like get me something they can use for the military. Give me something we can sell to doctors or surgeons, or give me something we can sell to governments or politicians or the power company, or just so he's just broad. I guess you call it project development, where you're just conceptualizing, but you don't really know how they do the details. You don't know what the details will be. You can't even imagine what the details will be, but you just say, find me something I can sell to a doctor right now. Or, give me a good idea on what could create buzz for, he's just a broad thinker, big picture, not particulars. So when I see that revision card, the Ace of Swords reversed, it could be that, like, in a very broad sense, as far as the technological aspects or the technical aspects of his job or of his company, I should say, his industry. It would be for him, it'd be a very broad thinking, very kind of like zoomed out, not knowing the particulars, not knowing the details, not knowing how they do it, not knowing what they're doing, but just giving them broad guidance. And this would be revising that guidance. But I think this is, may have to do with more the not so much the conceptual ideas of his industry or his company, but more about the financial aspects of it, and like, where are we going to find investors? Don't let that investor know that we just borrowed from this guy, or don't let them know how much money we have. Don't let them know how much money we need. Things like that. But so I think this is more related to how do we keep this company afloat? How do we keep the money coming in without having any proof that we're making any money? Like, how do we do that? But anyway, this is whatever it is. Whether it could be a little of both, obviously. But this is like revision and his control. The Chariot card is control of the revision, control of the editing, control of the information, not letting that information out, keeping it secret, keeping it compartmentalized. That's what I see here. And this is like he's very fast, he's very determined, he has a lot of control, he has a lot of power, and he's maintaining it. He's doing it. In the hopes, fears, and opportunities, we have the Two of Swords reversed. So this is like, what do I do? It's kind of like, what do I do? He's kind of stuck. He's being forced to make a decision, and maybe a decision that he doesn't want to make. But this is indecision. It's kind of like he's stuck. Like there may be a decision he wants to make, but it's too late, or he couldn't do it in time, or there's something he wants to do. He just doesn't know if it will work, and so he's hesitant, and he's like, is it too late? Is it too soon? Do I have time? Will it work? There's like, he's something he wants to do, but it's like his information isn't full, like as far as he doesn't know enough, but this is not a great energy to have, especially as a CEO of a company, or multiple companies, or sitting on the boards of multiple companies. This is not a great energy to have. It's not a great energy to have in a market that many people, or at least I consider to be in a bubble, a market that is going to collapse, because there's no way they're going to make money There's no way they're going to make, other than people, investing in it, in the hype, buying into the hype and investing into these companies. They're not going to make any money because how many people are going to do that? I mean, yeah, there's going to be so many that just follow the hype, right? And think it'll be good for our marketing and it'll be good for our advertising. People, our customers will be impressed when we say we have AI. But it's, how long is that going to last? How long? How long is that going to last? Because AI doesn't really do much. It doesn't do much. I know everyone says it does, but it's a tool. It can be used, but it needs people to be used. It's not just something you're just adding it by using it. You're just adding more work and more cost to your operations. That's all. The bottom line is, it's not really going to save you any time. If you want to do something original, you want to do something innovative, you want to do something that's really going to serve your customers, AI is not going to do it. If you want to add cost, you want to add time, if you want to add another step for your customers to go through, just to delay the inevitable. I mean, yeah, AI is for you. That's kind of what I get here. And so he's like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do, and I feel like I need to make a decision. I should have had the answer to this question. I should have had it before, and I don't have it yet. And so this is like this is not. I want to say I almost said panic, but I don't think it's panic. But it's this is like he needs to know something before he can act, but he doesn't know it. He doesn't. This is like an indecision, but it's a really for a multi-billion-dollar company. We're doing a general read on a CEO of a multi-billion-dollar company. This is not a great energy to have. A two of swords reversed. This is indecision. This is a indecision in a very crucial matter or a crucial position or at a crucial time. This is stalling where there should be action, but this is stalling. This is you're being forced into a decision, or you're not able to make a decision for some reason. There's some inability to make a decision. You don't have enough time. You don't have enough research. You don't have enough time. Is what I'm getting. Is you're stuck. This is like you're stuck. I mean, this is very much in relation to the Ace of Swords reversed. This is, it's really unfortunate because when you see the Chariot and you see the Emperor card, you see this really strong, really hard control, and then you have this. So you have all that control, but you don't know what to do. Like that mean, you know what I mean? That's like I think it's very much related to the revision energy or the re-editing or the snuffing of information or that we're getting with the Ace of Swords reversed. This is like something you can't stop. Like, how are we gonna react to this, or what can we do to mitigate this? Or but this is being forced into a corner. This is like. And it's really interesting because when you see all this power that he has, all this hard control that he has, and he doesn't have the time, it's like something's too late or something. There's something too late. Like, that's kind of what I'm getting here. It's too late. Like, I know what I would do if I was making this decision 2 weeks ago, but I don't know what I'm going to do now because it's too late. It's something like that. It's Two of Swords reversed. So this is to see that hard control and then to have no ability. You don't have any decision-making capacity. Or the decision that you would make is not relevant anymore. It's too late. That's what I'm getting here. To see all this control, all this power in one man, by the way, in one person, and this person is stuck. He is stuck. He's stuck in a moment right now. He cannot get out of it. He's stuck. He doesn't know what to do. Nevertheless, the outcome card is the Magician. This is willpower. this is willpower. It's using your magic. Using it's also deception on a certain level. I mean, it's very much if you could sum it with two cards, it would be the Ace of Swords reversed and the Chariot, which is what we already have here. So this is control. It's willpower. It's pulling a rabbit out of a hat. Inherently there is a level of deception in the Magician card. Um, but this is willpower. This is his willpower prevailing, which is very interesting. We see he is going to maintain his facade, or there's. I'm not. I don't really mean that. I don't. He's got power here, right? I'm not denying that. Um, I don't see a lot of intelligence here. Like I don't see intelligence, to be honest with you. The only swords card we have, which would, are the only swords cards we have are like reversed, right? So I don't see a lot of intelligence. I mean, I'm not saying he's dumb or anything like that. I'm just saying he's not like some sort of genius or anything. He's just a guy who is good with relationships. He's got powerful friends. But this is the game continues. Like it's not game over for him in any way. Um, through willpower, through deception, through trickery, through relationships, through power, through the connections he has, he is going to prevail. He will. And this is this isn't like this is just a general read for right now, but in the near term, or you know the near term, near to midterm for him, it looks really good. He's gonna prevail through something. This is his outcome card. It's the upright magician. We see in his near future he has the upright page of pentacles. So he's looking ahead. He's maintaining his control. He's getting investors. He's on it. He's on it. And we see with that chariot card, he's on it. He is on it. He is focused on his what he's doing, and he's doing well at what he's doing, which is probably staying ahead of some sort of information that's about to come out. um, but he's staying ahead of it, and he's snuffing it. He's stopping it. It's be like killing the witnesses. It's kind of what I see here. It's like he's killing all the witnesses. No one's gonna testify against him because they're all dead. That's kind of what I'm getting here, and he will prevail. This is willpower, creativity, intention. He is a magician. This is I see this read and I'm impressed with him. He's a magician. He knows he can make things work. He is making things work. He's got people that can help him, big deep pockets that can help him. People with deep pockets, deeper than his, because I think most of his wealth is probably just pretend. It's just pretend wealth. It's on paper. But he has people behind him that have deep pockets. He's going to prevail. Like this is this reading ends for him on a very, very good note. He's got some real challenges here, but he's meeting those challenges. He's going to find money. He's going to find investors. He's going to shut some people up. He's going to make some new friends, get rid of some old friends, or whatever he has to do. But this guy is smart. He's nimble. He's sharp. He's staying on his toes, and it's very much what I see in that page of Pentacles. He is staying on his toes. He's being proactive, and he's looking into the future, and he's gonna stay on top. That's what he's gonna do. He just when you're being chased by a bear, you don't have to outrun the bear, right? You just outrun the person that you're with. So he's outrunning his competition. He's outrunning his adversaries. He doesn't need to outrun the bear. He just needs to outrun the people he's with, his friends and neighbors or whatever, his coworkers or his colleagues or whoever. He's staying ahead of it though. I'm getting like Tom Cruise in what's that movie? Anyway, he was a lawyer in a movie with Gene Hackman and. But anyway, it was all about him outrunning his enemies. It was all about him staying one step ahead of everybody else. Oh man, what was it? Anyway, it's a Tom Cruise movie. It's really good. But that's what I'm getting here is like he's running, and he's gonna win. He is gonna win. He's got determination. He's quick. He's got connections. He's got willpower. He's got magic. He's got skill. He's got control, and he's very focused on his task. So there you go. So Sam Altman, he's got challenges, but he will meet them. you will meet them very, 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 very nimbly, very skillfully. But thank you guys very much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any requests, please leave me a comment. I really appreciate it. And I will just everyone be good, be safe, and I will see you all very soon. Okay, bye bye.